Yo there guys, this is Cob and this is going to be a really quick video about patch 5.3, giving my opinions on the resilience changes and the new arena map. I also want to talk really quickly about the direction of my content and where I want it to go. Now, the resilience changes of 5.3, it's kind of a big deal here. The current base resilience of all players right now is 40%, but in 5.3 this is going to be increased to 65%. It's a huge increase, and to balance it out, they are removing PvP resilience from most of our PvP items. It's not live on the PTR just yet, so we don't know which items will be keeping their resilience and which will be losing it, but a couple of things to note are that you can still gem resilience, so we might not have seen the end of resilience stacking just yet in PvP. Another thing to note is that although the PvP resilience has been up to 65% as a base stat, the PvP power for all players and on all PvP gear is going to remain exactly as it is right now. It is unchanged. Now, the first thing I think of with this resilience change is that the days of chaos building a green geared alliance player for an absurd and unnecessarily gargantuan amount of damage are over. All players, regardless of gear, will have a pretty damn good resilience rating, which is a little bit sad, but it will make gearing up that new level 90 character a little bit more bearable. The next change we might see with this resi change is that people will begin stacking actual DPS stats again. 90% of arena players nowadays just stack full resilience, and they might still in 5.3, but having 65% base resilience might just encourage some people to focus more on damage and less on survival. But one downside that I'm very worried about to this resilience change is that we might see PvE items creeping back into PvP. It's true that PvE items don't have any PvP power at all, but they often have very strong base stats, have more gem slots in items especially like belts, and some PvE trinkets that are around are immensely powerful. I really hope the PvE items don't make a comeback, because the last thing we want is another season dominated by herp and derps using things like Cunning of the Cruel and Vial of Shadows. So those are the resilience changes, and now there's a new PvP arena called the Shadowpan Arena. I've only played a few games in it, and at first glance it looks really awesome. The two middle platforms give a really good spot to free casters, any caster really. But that is kind of where the good news stops for most of us casters. There's an absolute ton of LOS in this arena, so for classes like Destrolox and Ellie Shamans, or anything really that needs to actually cast, we're going to have a pretty hard time landing any burst without our target just shuffling behind a pillar. There is also a new BG called Gold Rush, but I've not been able to check this out yet, because as you can see the queue is a little bit on the long side, but as soon as I can get into this BG, I will definitely be making a video on it. Okay, so as a final update, I want to talk about my content, and I have a goal right now. That goal is to step up my game. My arena videos, I want to push up my rating. I'm playing more viable comps now. I'm playing a little bit more seriously. If I make an arena video, I want it to be really high quality, so I'm really working on that right now. As for BG and World PvP videos, I want to start doing what I love the most, and that's powerful, entertaining and adrenaline infused editing. Editing is my passion equal to WoW itself, and I want that to show more in my videos. I'm working on the second Devastation Puntage right now. I have some good 1vx clips and a ton of massive crit clips. I'm really excited to start editing work on it, and you guys will love it, I promise. But that is the main change I want to bring to my channel. I want to make more use of my editing skills to make content not only twice as powerful and entertaining, but to make it unique on YouTube. So anyway, this was just a quick update video. I'm going to guzzle down some G Fuel now and get to editing Devastation 2. So you guys stay destro, and we'll talk again soon.